Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Watchalong, where you get to watch the EuroLeague game of the week. I'm your host, Anthony Goods, as I've been the entire season. And we got another special day. It's playoff time. I mean, what's better than playoff time? And because it's playoff time, we had to bring a EuroLeague champ. And he actually played for one of the teams here. I'm sure he's quite familiar with both of these teams. So please give a nice EuroLeague welcome for the one and only Shawn James. Shawn, what's good, bro?
Good brother, I'm doing well, man. I appreciate you having me.
Man, of course, man. We had to get somebody with some playoff experience in here, man. It's about to be a real good game, man. These two teams evenly matched, man. I'm excited for this one.
Hey, I'm excited as well, man. Anytime you get these two big clubs together, especially this late in the season, it's going to be an intense game. So it's going to be a good one to watch.
Man, no doubt, man. And you already got a lot of Maccabi love in the comments, man. We got some blue and yellow hearts in there talking about let's go. You know what I mean? We got about 3 Maccabi comments already, man. So appreciate you bringing out Israel, man, to come support you,
Ah,
man, so early.
hey, listen, absolutely. Maccabi, the whole Israel, they know that's home, that's family. So, it's going to be a good game, and I look forward to watching this.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, let me catch the fans up real quick before this game tips off. If y'all trying to watch this game, please head over to EuroLeague TV. We got 10% off the first payment on a monthly or annual pass. Promo code is Watchalong10. That's Watchalong and the number 10. That excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain, though, but you still get that 10% off if you live outside of those two countries because we like to give out discounts on this show. The last 2 times these two teams met, Maccabi beat Madrid 75-74 at home. On the flip side, earlier, Madrid ended up beating Maccabi 72-70. So home court is probably going to be a little bit of advantage in this particular series. And if you guys haven't been paying attention to last night's results in EuroLeague, Milan lost at home to Efes 48-64, which was the all-time lowest scoring home game in EuroLeague playoff history. So Milan got some work to do in practice today, and then Bayern lost to Barcelona 77-66 in the other game. But back to the game of the hour, man. We're here with Maccabi and Real Madrid. Looks like they're getting ready to tip off, man. What's the first thought that comes to mind when you see that arena in Madrid, man? What's the first memory
Oh,
that comes to
man.
mind?
Listen, for me, it was just so many intense battle with Madrid at the time. It was Tomic, Slaughter. They
Hmm.
had this big athletic front line, man. So we just had so many battles with them teams, and it was always tough to get a win in Madrid just because they were so talented at the time. So seeing
Right.
this right now, it just brings me back to all of those games, man.
Nah, I can imagine, man. And every show, man, I got to do this. I mean, it might be a waste of my time because I pretty much know your answer, but I need a prediction right here, written in stone. Who's winning game one?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Maccabi.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Maccabi, man. It's no other way for me to go.
And I'm already knowing, man. And the comments keep coming in, man. We still getting some comments from I can't read the Hebrew names here, but one says my boy Shawn, and then another one says we are with the gold and blue hearts. Everybody's on, and we got a YouTube comment from Sophia. The game is starting now, so head over to EuroLeague TV if you want to check that out. We got a promo code Watchalong10 for 10% off if you're outside of Italy and Spain, man. But yeah, I can. I've been looking forward to this matchup, man. I think it's very much even. I mean, Madrid has lost 8 out of the last 10, I believe, and then regular season games, and Maccabi has turned their season around, winning. So tonight, tonight, man, I think Real's going to win tonight, man. I think Real. I can't see Real continuing this losing streak. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think Real is going to win this game. I think the series is going 5 games, though. I don't see Real winning in Tel Aviv, man. I think it's been a while since Israel. It's been around. It's been a while since Maccabi been in the playoffs. So them fans gonna come with it over in
Hey,
Tel Aviv.
listen, if it's one thing the fans are going to do, they're going to support and bring that energy. But I think as a team, especially when playoff time come, man, it's about who's playing best at that moment. And if you see how Maccabi
Right,
coming into how Real is coming in,
hundred
it's
percent.
different side. Yeah, but it's going to be a good game, man. So I'm looking forward. I got a real good front on Real as well, but it's not enough for me to go with Real over Maccabi.
Nah, I dig that, man. And I'm interested to see. I think the X factor in this particular game and possibly the series is Nigel Williams-Goss, man. I think you know, Real Madrid's problems has been like not getting enough paint touches and creating and things like that and getting the balls out to shooters and stuff. And I think that, he definitely has the skill set to do so. And I think now, it's playoff time. So hopefully he creates something. But I think he's definitely going to be an X
Hey,
factor. Real needs him to
hey,
play well as he just hits that bucket on cue.
yep, yep. As you speak on it, when I said I got a friend, that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Nigel. So I'm rooting for his
Hmm.
success. I want him to have the personal
Right.
success, but Maccabi to leave with the win.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And we got a comment from Scotty Wilbekin hits the tray balls. They going back and forth
Hmm.
early. We got a comment from Lerone N says, Shawn, we love you. A true Maccabist. You're always in our hearts. So
Oh, well, listen, the love
you
there
got some
is,
love, man.
hey, the love
It's
there,
deep. I already
hey,
know.
I don't even have to touch on it. I mean, the country, the team, they know, what they mean to me and I mean to them, man.
Nah, that's a fact, man. There's very few teams that support their players like Maccabi fans, and
Hey,
I'm pretty
Maccabi,
sure they're gonna keep
hey,
coming.
they one of one, man. And I've been to a lot of arenas. Maccabi fans are one and one. I know Red Star got some crazy fans and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
but genuine love, it ain't nothing like that yellow and blue for me.
Nah, that's a
Scott,
fact, and
Scott,
I'll tell you one thing, Scotty came to play,
hey,
boy.
he not playing,
Scotty
huh?
came to play. Early. Scotty hits his second tray ball, man. But it's funny, man. I've had a bunch of guests on the watch along from all different teams, and every time I ask what's like the best atmosphere to play in or the toughest atmosphere to play in, they always mention Maccabi. Some of them will say like one of the Greek teams. Some of them will say even Red Star, but they'll always
Hmm.
mention one of those two teams and Maccabi, which is
Hey,
which
it's
speaks for itself.
it really does, man. It really does. You got to be in that atmosphere and to hear the cheering side of it. These boys are running,
Mm-hmm.
man. To hear
Nah,
the
they out
feel
there
the
running.
love, you always got some energy coming from the fans, whether you're up or you're down. And a lot of arenas don't
Right.
give that to you.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And I think like, and it's funny, obviously, we played against each other in Israel,
Yep,
many times. And
yep.
I always knew that Maccabi would. No matter if we were up, I was like, I knew that run was coming. I knew y'all run was coming, and like it was just like you're just waiting for it. And then once y'all fans get going, man, it's just like it's a lot to overcome outside of even just trying to face all the talent that's on the floor, man. It's just like once you get the talent and the energy from the fans, it's crazy, man.
It's over. It's over, man. It really is. It's good defense.
Yeah.
Tavares is so long, man.
Yeah, nah, he's super tough. But yo, can you so tell me like, do you feel a difference in the atmosphere regular season versus playoffs?
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. That like playoff time. Oh, you know what? Playoff time is similar to when you playing against one of the big EuroLeague teams come to town. You just feel the energy in the
Hmm.
city, man. You feel the energy in the
Right.
city. The fans are talking to you on the streets, and the fans will tell you what you need to
Right.
do. So
Right.
you feel it more so leading up to those games come playoff times. And then you get in that arena, man, the electricity is through the roof. And it's like that, but playoff time is consistently lights out. It's nuts in there.
Nah, I can imagine, man. And we got a quick clip of Madrid, in practice, getting ready for the game. I mean, I can imagine, just getting ready. I mean, there's got to be a level of rest there, but I mean, the focus, man. I mean, the focus before such a big playoff matchup, and I think Madrid, more so than ever. I feel like after coming off of those losses, they understand the importance of this game, and especially coming out and trying to get game one. When you have the home court advantage, getting game one is huge, man. I mean, just for the
It's
mental and the morale of the team.
Yeah, just for the mental, the morale, like you said, but also, you're going to Tel Aviv, and
Yeah.
the energy alone there is gonna give them one or two games. So you got to make sure you try to
Hmm.
take care of home court. And
Yeah.
they
Nah.
got the talent, man, from top to bottom. They do have the talent. But at the end of the day,
And
this
what's
late in the season, it's just about who can be consistent and who has the healthier team. Because everybody got talent now.
right? Yeah, yeah, nah, for sure, man. But talk about so back when you guys were in the playoffs, and maybe even more so like the championship run you guys went on. Talk about like the focus in regards to the playoffs, because I mean every coach is different. So maybe you can explain this with Blatt. Like, did he have a secondary playbook for the playoffs? Did switching up the coverages, or what kind of focus was needed in the
Black,
playoffs on your team?
ugh,
Ooh,
black
bang
focus.
out.
Yeah,
Decent.
I know, I know. Black focus was always on defense and running. And he had
Mhm.
a saying, man, throughout the season where he'll say, I'll take care of your legs. You take care of the games. Because at this point, you've
Mhm.
played so many games, it's who's the healthier team. And we always felt
Okay.
like for one game come the Final Four, we didn't beat Madrid that whole year. But we knew for one game, we could beat them.
Right,
You
right,
know what
right.
I'm saying? And we were healthy, so it worked out pretty good for us. So that's the focus
Nah,
right there, man. But he didn't have a second playbook or anything like that. We just ran the other stuff to perfection, man, and just go hard. That was the main thing.
right. Nah, that's dope. That's a really dope philosophy, man. And apparently,
Yeah,
saving your legs, it helped in y'all playoff run, man, and able
it
to,
did.
go out and get that chip, man.
It did, because it's all about who's healthier, man. Who got an extra step to them and things of that nature. I don't know if Nigel and Scotty had a talk before, but they going back and forth this whole game.
Right. Right. But you
They
know
it's
how it
like they
is,
know.
man. You out there competing. The dude out there hit a couple threes off the rip. You like, oh no, I gotta strap up now.
Yeah, yeah, you could see that. But Nigel is a good young kid, man. He got a
Yeah,
lot of
nah.
potential, and he'll be around for a while.
Yeah, nah, I love Nigel's game, man. But going back to Blatt, like what other things, did he, teach you and, help you through in your career while you was over there?
Man, Coach Black, it wasn't even basketball things, man. It was just life things, and I remember vividly one day he said we was driving.
Hold on, audio cut out for a second. You
Like, can
good.
can you hear me? I'm sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Nah, you good.
Nah,
So what was Blatt saying?
so man, it was more so about life lessons, man. I remember he came to practice one day and it was raining. It don't rain a lot in Israel, but this day it was raining.
Hmm.
And he comes to practice and he said he was on the street and in Tel Aviv, and as he's on the street, it's pouring raining, but they got a guy like on the side of the street, and his job is like to take care of the flowers and all of this stuff, like manicure it, make sure it looks good. So he goes, this guy is out there in the rain because this is his job. This is what he has to do for X amount of money. Aren't you guys happy that you get to be in Nokia at the time, and all we got to do is practice and go hard for an hour and a half?
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So he had a
right, right.
way of showing you just the importance of what you had to do as a profession and in the grand scheme of life. So it's a lot of, yes, the basketball stuff was cool, but he had a lot of stories like that where it just made you appreciate putting on that jersey.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I think it's always about perspective, man. You know, perspective is key. You know, and especially over
It
a
is.
10-month season. You know what I mean? Guys get
It is.
tired and lose a little bit of focus, man. So you know, that's dope that he was able to kind of keep you guys, you know, locked in like that, man. Because I mean,
Yeah,
playing against y'all, man, I just always thought like, you know, you guys just executed so well. You know what I mean? And it
yeah.
seemed like you guys just had a million sets, but you know, I always thought you guys were, you know, outside of being talented, I felt like you guys were really like well coached and in tune with each other.
No, absolutely. We actually that not just the EuroLeague year, but the year prior, we had the same unit of guys, and
Hmm.
we knew the sets, we knew what he wanted, we knew what he expected, and we were able to do that, man. So it was rare that we had practices that was over an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because he knew
Hmm.
he come in, maximize our time, and we were out of there. That he was big on maximizing time, getting off your legs, and on to the next.
Nah, that's really cool, man. Because I mean, you just hear horror stories a lot of times in Europe about guys getting
No,
their legs running to the dirt and you know that type of
no,
thing. And now I feel like it's kind of changing. Guys, coaches are starting to pay a little more
it
attention to
is,
load
it is,
management.
it is.
But back in the day, you used to hear the horror stories all the time, man.
Oh, hey, trust me, I heard them all too. But Black was never big on that. He was really big on like, he dealing with grown men. I'm not punishing you on the track and punishing you with all these two-a-days and everything crazy
Hmm.
like that. Like, yo, we come in here, we know we got a job to do. Let's create a good environment in this. We wanted to be in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Wins
Right.
or losses, we wanted to be in the gym. And he created that atmosphere and culture for us. So we thrived in it.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And shout out to everybody in the comments. I just got word from our producer that we got some Hebrew comments that say go Maccabi, and we got some ones in English too, man. So the Maccabi fans are still in the building. They letting this known. And real quick, we're gonna go to our player head-to-head matchup as always. Today's player head-to-head is Walter Tavares versus Ante Zizic. Um,
Hmm.
Tavares is Madrid's season PIR leader. He's number 2 average in the league, and Zizic is Maccabi's PIR leader. He's number 10 in the league. Tavares is number 2 in blocks. Zizic is number 9. Tavares is number 2 for total rebounds. So we're gonna see these two towers go at it today and see who can impose their will. As they both have already gotten on the scoreboard, as we've seen some dunks from both of them so far, man. But I've always been impressed with how Tavares changes shots. Now, as a big, you know, you being a shot blocker as well, do you think that there should be a stat for changing shots in addition to shot
Man,
blocks? Because I feel like that's
I
I feel like that's something special.
hey, I would have loved that because it's a lot of times me just being there, it was a deterrence where guys would penetrate and then they do the rondo snake and kick it out, or guys would go up and just throw it out. So I don't know how they would track that, but I knew I blocked a lot of shots without even blocking the shot just cause of my presence. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how
Nah.
you would track it and everything like that, but I like to see it.
Yeah, no, I think it's important, man. I think one thing that should be in the game are changing shots statistically, changing shots, and I also think deflections too. I think deflections,
Yep,
whether you get the steal or not, deflections disrupt the offense, and I think that that could be an
absolutely.
additional stat to calculating, okay, who's the best defender and things of that nature on a particular team.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more with both of those.
Yeah, because Tavares be out there. I always say Tavares, when Tavares in the paint, he gonna make you shoot some shots you ain't practiced before. You got to get in there with
Hey,
one
a
idea,
hundred.
and you got to
Hey,
go
that
to Plan
like we
C.
said before, that's a big man, and he's agile too. You know, so he
Indeed.
block a lot on and off the ball. So that usually it's a lot of guys that's weak side shot blockers, or a lot of guys that's on the ball. But he's someone that's agile enough to cover enough space as a weak side and on man up 1v1.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Do you think Tavares is the best defender in the league? What do you think in EuroLeague right now? Do you think who would you say is
Uh, You see, I'm a big fan of Tavares, man. I'm a big fan of what he
mhm.
does in terms of rebounding, changing shots. You actually game plan for him being in there, you know, and so it's hard for me not to go with. It's hard for me to go against Tavares. I know I'm trying to remember his name. It's a forward over there with, I think he was with Kazan,
Oh, you
and I
talking
know
about
he's big
John
on.
John Brown? John Brown
Yeah,
stealing the ball.
I,
John
I
Brown.
like him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's
I like
tough. He's
his
tough too.
influence. Yeah, I like his versatility in that sense
Hmm.
as well. Being able to switch, he got quick hands,
Yeah,
But you game plan for Walter. You game plan for what he
yeah.
does.
For sure. And I was gonna say that too. Like, when Tavares is in the game, you really do have to focus on that segment where Tavares is in the game. And I was actually on a podcast with Eric McCullum the other day, and Eric was talking about Tavares, and he was like, literally, he said, when I come off a pick and roll, I can't even see the basket. He's so big. Like he's like, I couldn't even get to
Yeah,
my pull up. Like, he's just so huge. So it's like he's affecting shots with like guards and bigs, pick and rolls on the block, help side. I think that he's a rare talent defensively.
he is. He is. He is. He
Yeah,
changes
man,
that whole
you can't teach
dynamic for them.
size
You can't.
for sure.
You can't.
Cannot teach size, man. And as Poirier just gets another bucket, man, I think Real's definitely gonna have to rely on their bigs this series. Um,
Yeah,
I think that's
but their
that's
guard.
kind of where their strength is. They-
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
their guard play is so influential for them as well. You know,
Hmm.
their guard
Nah,
play
for
is going
sure,
to be
man.
key because Maccabi got those guards, and they got some dogs out there on both ends. So
For sure. For sure. Yeah, nah,
Poirier,
they guards got their work cut out.
yep, absolutely. And I know Avi. I know he's not a fan of this 22 points right here. With Coach Black, we used to try to keep teams under 20 points a quarter. It didn't matter who it
Right.
was. Especially in
Right.
EuroLeague, we used
Right.
to try to keep. So to see, they're at 22 right now, which isn't bad considering all the weapons they have. But that's going to have
Hmm.
to tighten up, or you looking at a easily a 90-point plus game here. You don't want to get into a
Yeah.
shootout like that.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. Especially on the road. You know what I mean?
Especially on
You
the
don't
road.
want to get it you don't want to get into a shootout with the home team on the road, man. So yeah, they definitely gonna have to strap up. But they've been out here scrapping, man. I think Maccabi got some easy fast break points, within this first quarter. And as we have a little hot zone bracket, showing exactly where both teams are getting a lot of their buckets. But as we can see, in the paint, Real Madrid has gotten some buckets point blank, and and that's been much of the out scoring output for them this year. I mean this game, but Nah, I like how Maccabi's playing right now, man. They Scotty got on the board early, which is always a good sign because we all know how he could heat up. And
Yeah, absolutely,
I like how they
absolutely.
playing, man.
And if
And I
as the
think
game
too.
as
Go ahead, go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. Ed. Oh, okay.
No, I was just gonna say,
As the
man. I
game
think
pro-
as the game goes forward, like Madrid is gonna get tight. The pressure's on them to win this game. You know what I'm saying? They lost 8 out of 10. Like they got a lot of unspoken pressure. You know what I'm saying? So Maccabi keeps it close. It plays in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing, when as the game flow, you would think for some reason I would have thought that Madrid was up by a lot more. So to know that they have things clicking with inside and outside, and it's just a 3-point lead right here, that
Hmm.
means that bodes well for Maccabi.
Nah, that's a fact. It's definitely a fact as we come.
Oh,
Oh, Rudy hits a three ball. Rudy hits a three ball at the first quarter buzzer. That's a big shot. And that is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 25-19. Rudy's hype. Rudy's getting them going, man. We got it. That's the end of the first quarter. 25-19. You got it off in time. Rudy, that's why you keep some veterans on your team, man, to close out quarters, halves, and games. So, big shot by Rudy. But everybody back home, I'd like to bring your attention to the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge. It has started again. Um, Fantasy leagues could be turned on their heads as players select entirely new teams. If you look at the fantasy teams, our fantasy expert Ellie is predicting a big week for Dante Exum, Shane Larkin, and Mike James. As we've already seen, Exum had a good game yesterday, as well as Shane, and Mike is currently playing. So please go to fantasychallenge.euroleague.net to select your fantasy team and enjoy while we go through these playoffs here. So if Shawn James was drafting a fantasy team right now, who would be your first selection?
my first selection. Oh man. I'm trying not to draft friends, so I'm really trying to be a GM,
Okay.
man. So,
Yeah, let's be a GM.
um, it's hard for me not to go with Mike or Shane. I'm a big fan of
Right.
both of them guards, man. I'm a big fan,
Hmm.
and the success they both have over the last 4 seasons or plus, whatever, since I've been gone. It's
Right.
been incredible. So it's hard for me not to look at one of those guys.
Yeah, nah, for
Probably
sure, man.
Shane.
Yeah, I've always said Miritich, man. I love what Miritich does. I mean, as far as scoring the ball, I mean, he scores in so many ways, man. On the block, from the
He
perimeter,
does.
offensive rebounding. You know what I mean? I think he gives a lot as well. But I mean, you can't go wrong with Mike or Shane either, especially in the
No, you
playoffs,
can't go.
because both of their teams
You
gonna
know,
rely on them big time.
you know what? So
It's a good pass,
that's it
Angelo.
right there. So yeah, so it'll definitely be Shane or Miritich, man, because he's had that success since he was on Madrid as well. When they had all those good
Right.
teams we used to battle.
Mm.
So
What differences have you
definitely
seen in
Miritich is
Miritich's game?
just how he's back then. We talking 2014 and below. So from 2011 to 14, when I competed against him, he was very perimeter oriented. But
Okay.
now he's so comfortable with his back to the basket and get these looks, and he's not afraid to mix it up inside as a younger kid. So now he's giving you
Right.
that versatility inside and outside. Where so
Right.
when our days we were just worried about him pick and popping, straight line drives and things of that nature.
Okay. Yeah, nah, he's definitely a presence on the block, man. He got left hooks, right hooks, you know what I mean? He got the turnarounds. I think he's definitely much more than a perimeter player now, but it's always interesting, man, to see how, these guys grew to be monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like you seeing him in his early days. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's had success on this level, which is the NBA. So it's not like
Hmm.
he's had it at a young age. He's had success here, and now he's back in Europe, just like a complete player, man. And it's great to see.
Yeah, and we speak about that a lot, man. Like, not everybody's game translates to every league, whether you're in this country or that country or another country. Like, certain people's games don't always translate, but like you said, I mean, his for sure is good anywhere, man. I mean, because he can do so much.
Yeah,
He's not just a player that just does one thing well. Like, he does a lot of things
he
that
does.
are
He
really
does a lot
good.
of things at a high. Yep, a lot of things at a high level. So he's a plug and play kind of guy. Regardless of your system, he can do that.
Hmm. Nah, for sure, man. And Reynolds almost gets that steal here. Going back to these comments, man, we got of course we got a whole bunch of Maccabi comments. Okay, we got a Madrid fan in the building. Welcome to the show. And then we got a question. Who do you both have for Final Four? I have Oscar Bass says I have Maccabi, Ephes, Barca, and Olympiacos. Okay.
Oh,
Who you thinking for the Final Four, Shawn?
for the final four, I'm definitely going. I'm definitely going Ephes. I'm definitely going.
Okay.
I like Barca.
Mm-hmm.
I think Maccabi's gonna beat Real. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. And did I say Armani?
Okay.
Who Armani playing? Armani playing
No,
who?
they're playing Ephes. Armani's playing Ephes. So you got Olympiacos and
So it's
Monaco.
over.
Who's coming out of that?
Uh, Olympiacos.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
I'm
nah, I'd
going
have to I'd have to
Olympiacos.
agree. I'd have to agree with those, man. I think yeah, I'd have to agree with those for sure. Yeah, Olympiacos I think is gonna come away. They've been phenomenal at home. They only lost one game at home this season. They
And that
played. That's another
and
team that gets a lot of energy from those fans, man. On the home
my
court, they get a
gosh,
lot
man.
of energy.
So I was honored to play for Olympiacos for half a season, man, and their fans is wild as well. Their fans
Hmm.
is wild. So that's another great atmosphere. And you see Maccabi
For
travels
sure.
well on the road, man. You see how many good yellow
Oh yeah.
jerseys up there?
Oh yeah. Nah, Maccabi definitely gonna travel, man. As Nunnally hits the three. Nunnally's been playing really well lately. And here we got a
Yeah.
graphic showing the Maccabi fans on the plane, geared up, ready to
Hey,
go. they
hey, I'm telling you, man, one
they in
of
there.
one, man. They gonna come. And I'm in New York. I can't tell you how many times I run past a Maccabi fan that's just screaming yellow Maccabi in the middle of New York City to me. So it's all
That's
good.
dope, man. Nah, that's super dope, man. And a quick update on the Olympiacos score. They are up 65-50 against Monaco right now, as Mike James is the leading scorer with 10 points in that game, and Prentice has 12. But yeah, that's
Tough.
I figured it was gonna be a tough game for Monaco on the road, but I mean Monaco's gym is tough to play in though. I got Monaco winning a couple games there as well. I think
You see,
that series might go 5.
that's the thing. They weren't in EuroLeague when I was there, so I never
Right.
experienced it. I don't know much of that atmosphere or that scene.
Right. Now, I don't think it's not so much the fans. It's just for whatever reason, teams just go in there and they just struggle like to win. I mean, it's a smaller gym, you know what I mean? And Monaco just plays extremely well at home, man. So I think
Hey, but
that might have a little bit of effect.
you also got to think about where they're playing. It's Monaco, so if guys get there a day before, maybe they
Right.
eating nice. Maybe
It's
you know what I'm
it's
saying.
heaven on earth. You get a little relaxed. You get a little
it's
relaxed.
a it, it's a little different when you go. I visited there. I took my wife and my boys out
Right.
there, but I can't imagine going there on a game. You really got to be locked in, Cause
Yeah.
it's some nice shopping. Maybe you getting something for the ladies while you there. So a lot goes into
Right.
being in Monaco off the court.
Nah, that's a fact, man. I think I played it. I played against Monaco, and like the hotel's usually right across the street. It's overlooking the water. You see the yachts and all that. Like it's nice. The weather's
Like,
the
come
weather's
on.
dope. It gets you a little
It's hard.
relaxed. It gets you relaxed.
It does. It does. It does.
It gets you relaxed. So, what was the hardest team for you to play against on the road?
Man, the hardest team. Oof, we always had battles with Victoria, with Caja Laboral. That was
Mm-hmm.
always a tough team to play, man. They played so hard. It was Caja, it was Kimki,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Panathinaikos. It
Yeah.
honestly, it was just a lot of even the yeah, Pana,
Yeah.
Panathinaikos and Caja Laboral were those teams where they were just so physical, and you really had to like be locked in on both ends to get out of that arena with a win.
Right. Right. Yeah. Nah, I can
And
imagine, man. I definitely seen the games on TV.
yeah, and I'm talking old Pana with Demon Tedis
Yeah.
and like, come on, man. It was so many guys there, man.
Nah, for
It
sure,
was
man.
tough to get a
Diamantidis
win.
he's one of my favorite Euro guards ever, man. He was so nice to me, man.
Yeah, man, he used to pick you apart. Then he had that
Yeah, he's
shot as
big.
well.
He can pass
And
it.
then
Yep.
you got Mike Batiste down there beating everybody up.
Yeah.
It was tough, man. And then Panda Arena is nuts to playing as well. So
Right. 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 Now I can imagine, but real quick, we got some fans asking where you can watch the game. You can head over to EuroLeague.tv. You can sign up for a monthly or annual pass and get 10% off with our promo code Watchalong10. That's Watchalong and the number 10. But that excludes those of you that live in Italy or Spain. And right now we got 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Real is up 4 points, 31-27 against Maccabi. And we got a tight game. And I feel like Maccabi hasn't even been playing that well, but they've been hanging around, man.
yeah,
And
but
it's
you
definitely
know what?
it's a tight one.
Like we said before, man, they had 25 points and they only scored 4 points this quarter. So that's
Hmm.
the biggest thing. You can't. Maccabi knows that you can't get into a gunfight with these guys. 25 points, that's a lot. So for it to be
Yeah.
halfway through this quarter and they only score 4 points, they should focus on
Yeah.
that for the rest of the game, and it'll be a good one down to the end.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So so Paulo Lasso was obviously the coach of Madrid, back when you played against Madrid. Was there anything you saw like detailed to the coach, like maybe a coverage or anything that you remember from the Madrid days?
Man,
Or what
he
did you notice about
like
his
you know what's
philosophy?
What's so crazy is that see, the NBA is real big on spacing and having all of these shooters. And he always
Hmm.
had that with Sergio Llull, Rudy Fernandez. Now you got Nigel William Gauze. And I'm struggling with the shooter that came off the bench for them, man.
You talking about JC
That
Carroll?
all he,
JC
yes,
Carroll?
man. So
Yeah.
yes, they just spaced this out so much. And it was very guard dominant and just stretched the floor. Then you have Slaughter just screening and rolling, lob threat,
Hmm.
similar to how the NBA plays now. They always had that style
Right.
and that philosophy.
Right.
And then at the time he had Miritich that would play that small ball five, stretch it for them. Like
Okay.
he
Okay.
always had he was always ahead of his time with that type of stuff. They had
Oh, that's
Begich
dope,
was their
man.
big man. Baggage was their big man at the time, but he wasn't like wasn't a rim runner or like a slaughter, or he was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was that impactful then. How they used him, but he always had this NBA style of play.
Nah, that's interesting, man. Because I mean, they always keep some shooters. They always keep some shooters around there,
Always,
and
always.
always keep some shooters around there, man. As what's the name? As Anthony Randolph just hit that last three, man. It's so good to see him back on the floor, man.
It
After that
is.
injury,
It is.
it's always dope to see players be able to make it back and have an impact.
It is,
He
man.
was
And one thing I love about Madrid, man, is that they're foreigners, man. With Anthony, with Taylor, with Trey, all of these guys probably been there over 6 years,
right,
and you
right.
don't see, you don't, Europe, man. Sometimes they recycle these foreigners like it's nothing, but I
Hmm.
think their continued success is due to them just keeping those guys and passing that whatever the Madrid tradition is, and that's continued to lead to success for them,
Yeah, for
even
sure.
though
I
they're in
think
smaller
just
roles.
for sure. I think maintaining that core, man, is so important, man. You see it with Ephes, you see it with Barcelona, you see it with Madrid. Maintaining the core is huge for success, and of course it's a business. It's tough to do, but anytime you had that opportunity, I mean, I think you knock one obstacle out of the way heading into the season.
Oh, tough shot.
That is a big shot. That's a big shot. And we got a tie game, ladies and gentlemen. 34-34.
Yes,
Real
sir.
Madrid is knotted up with Maccabi Tel Aviv. We under 3 minutes to go in the first half right now. And Maccabi, man, is making a run. Is making a run here. It's interesting, man, as Real Madrid knocks down, was that Fabian knocks down the
Yep.
jumper there. It looks like they got a Oh no, that must have been a switch. I thought they had Nunnally on Yabusele, but that must have been a switch the last time down. I was about to say
Yeah, I was
Maccabi
selling a
going
big
real small.
boy.
They doing that,
Yep,
man. What?
exactly.
And he can move too.
Yeah, yeah.
he like he like he like a Mack truck with the Hemi in it.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
Hanger.
he can move. Hanger knocked
It,
down the
it's
three ball,
crazy.
man, in Madrid.
It's crazy to see his growth as well, man, because he was one of those guys, one of the young guys on Caja back then that was just
Hmm.
defense and run all day.
Right. Nah, for sure. And Madrid has just put on a run, put on a 9-0 run in a heartbeat, and they've had three straight threes, and it's now 43-34. Madrid they just caught fire out of nowhere as Fabian just knocks down another jump shot, a tray ball, and we got 43-34. And Madrid is up with a little under 2 minutes left to go in this first half, man. What do you think about Avi Evan and what he's been doing with this Maccabi team, man? They won six straight heading into this. He's done a great job taking over this team.
Man, first, Avi is a great dude. You need to understand that. Like, he's a player's coach. Like, he knows his stuff. Like, every time I went to the gym, man, he was working, whether it was the bigs, the guards, in some capacity on the player development side, getting them better. So when he's sitting here, he understands their strength. So I'm happy for him that he's having this opportunity to show that he could actually lead a group of guys, because I know that he could reach the locker room in terms of relating to all these players, and they followed his lead, man. So I'm happy for him, truly.
Yeah, I talked to a friend of mine that spoke with one of the Maccabi players, and they said, when Avi took over, you know, practices changed. He said it went straight into like he's like, we'll do 3-man weave, and then we're right into like 5-on-5. Like it's not so much of the tactics and stuff like that. And it's like he gives the players confidence. Like we're high level players, we know how to play, and the players are starting to appreciate that. And I think that that's interesting because sometimes you tend to have coaches that overcoach, specific team. Like certain teams, you
100%.
do have to.
100%.
Certain teams, you do have to coach them up, but like some teams, you really don't. You kind of got to let them, be free and rely on their instincts.
Yeah, and that's what Avi's done, and I think that's why the success has came.
Yeah, a minute and a half. What happened there? Yeah, nah, he's definitely got that team. He's definitely got that team rolling, man. I hope he gets an extension, man. He's done a great job.
I think he should, man. I think they should, look where he got these guys. And I know everything that happened with the Russian teams and all that, but the way they're playing is a testament to how, his command
Right.
of that locker room and that clipboard.
Yeah. So how much do you think, like, in selecting teams or selecting coaches in Europe, how much of that do you think is, the pressure from the fans and whatnot to have like an esteemed coach or a coach with like an extreme resume? Like, you think that'll weigh in on him getting an extension, or you think they'll give him an opportunity?
Well, you see, Maccabi is a desired job. So a lot of European
Hmm.
coaches, they want that job. They want to be in that country because you're able to get that type of talent and compete.
Right.
But at the same time, for Avi Evan to grow his name, he needs that opportunity as well. Everybody didn't have the Sasha, all of these big time black. They didn't have the name until they proved themselves. So I think if the
Right.
players, of course, talk with the players, and if the management has that in mind, I think you should try to get that done.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But
I
then again,
think, and talking to the players is a great point.
yeah, talking to the players, like, understanding where they see themselves growing, not have them make the decision. But I know traditionally you never weigh a player's input in terms of a big club like that. But, you want to
Hmm.
know who guys playing for, what they thought of him, how they
Right.
carried themselves off the floor while he's the leader. All of that plays a part. So it's big.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And that was a nice cut by Hanga as he extends the lead
Yeah.
to 10 points, 45-35, and none of the answers. It looked like that's a tray ball. Coming down 35
Yep.
seconds, 45-38. Maccabi's down 7. And let's see if they can end the half on a good note.
Like we said,
But
man, they have the shooting, and you see that's what's increased this lead for them. Maccabi got to do a better
hmm
job rotating and getting out, making it difficult for them shooters, man, because that's why this lead just blew that quick. It's the
right,
shooting.
right, right. Yeah, he's I mean, they definitely got to continue to get like open opportunities and shooting the ball, and a lot of that is just coming off of penetration and running, man. You're gonna, especially when you got them big boys on the floor. I mean, you gotta put pressure on them and running the floor, man, and try and get some of those opportunities so you can knock down the 3 pointers. I mean, 'cause they definitely got some shooters
Absolutely.
out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely got the shooters. So, what would you do here? Is there anything you would change up if you were Maccabi in regards to, let's just say, anything right now in this game here, like pick and roll coverage, a little more pressure? What would you do now? Down 7, heading into the second half. What do you think you would do if you
Man,
were
I,
coaching?
I, I would definitely make it a point to try to kind of switch more. Make sure you're tight on those coverage for guys like Goss and them that likes that quick mid range pull up. But yeah, the three ball is what's put them in this game, and you never want to make a shooter comfortable. So you got to get out to them, make it
Hmm.
uncomfortable. Whether that's switching, whether that's hard hedging with a guy inside and then rotating, but you got to make these
Hmm.
shooting guys uncomfortable because it's not like Tavares is just inside, dominating for them or
Right.
Poirier, they're scoring their little putbacks and tip-ins here and there, but you're losing the game on the perimeter right now. So you got to make those
Yeah.
guys uncomfortable.
for sure. And I think what doesn't, and here goes another stat that people don't count, is when Tavares rolls to the basket, that defense drops in and he gets a lot of people open on that backside. He gets a lot of shooters open on that backside. But that's definitely a stat. You know, he should almost get like half an assist for that sometimes, man.
Oh, foul?
Oh, what's that, foul? What they call? Is that loose ball? Foul on a rebound? Got
he got a little blood on the finger.
Foul. Who Hanger does?
Yeah, a little blood on the finger.
Hanger's being aggressive today, boy. 2.9. Looks like they're about to review this and see. Probably gonna review the time or the foul. Probably the time here. Let's see what they. They're looking at the game clock. Okay. So it looked like Hanger will be going to the free throw line.
Yeah, could make it a 9-point game going into the fourth. That's tough.
Yeah, 9-point game. Then it'll probably be, look like it'll be like 3.5 seconds left. 3.5 seconds left. Yeah, you're probably going to have to get close to a half-court heave on the other end from Maccabi. But see if Hanger knocks these down 45. Go ahead.
No, I said it's incredible how the game changed in the last, 4.5 minutes, man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. They didn't
game
score.
Of runs.
They had 4. Yeah, man. They had 34 points. They quick 9 points, 10 points. That's insane.
Yeah, they had 34 points with like 3 minutes left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then boom, boom, boom. Within a minute, they hit 3 threes, and then it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So Maccabi just gotta make those adjustments, man. They gotta understand what they did for the first 15 minutes of this game and try to bring that for the second half. Because these last 4 minutes, you're not gonna win like this.
Nah, definitely not. You gotta see. He gotta knock that off.
Kyrie gotta knock that off. You got it. Oh, okay. You gotta.
He gotta knock that off, man.
This ain't the NBA.
That's the problem. That's the problem when you That's the problem when you bring Americans over. Sometimes, man, just understand it. Ooh, close. That's the end of the first half, though. We got 47. We got 47. We got a quick score, 47-38. We got a quick graphic of the leading scorers. Fabian Kosur is 13. Wilbekin leading the way with 12 for Maccabi. We got a tight game. Williams Goss got 6 assists. He's playing well in the first half as well. So, we'll see what adjustments these two teams make coming out of the halftime. But it's time for us to go into our EuroLeague entertainment for half. So we'll take a quick break and we'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
They did a camp with Real Madrid, and they love
interesting,
it.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
My brother.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought I would see you here, man.
The Strazel inside, Antetokounmpo with the throwdown. Two of the youngsters, two of the future prospects for Asvel, showing that the future is now.
Tony Parker is like the role model for me. I remember one thing that he said, when you're telling to somebody what's your dream, if he doesn't answer that you're crazy, it's maybe you don't dream big enough.
Once I decided to buy a team, I wanted to help the youth. I just wanted to give back to my country, give back to the young generation, you know, and create an opportunity for those kids to have a platform just to succeed. And they're ready to attack life and just be happy. That's the main thing that I wanted to accomplish.
You have everything here. You have 3 nice gyms. You can come whenever you want. You can practice. So I feel like it's really an academy made for just to pursue your goals and everything. So there's everything you need, really.
Petrusov wants to go one-on-one against Tavares. He goes up and he gets the and one.
I just think if you're a young guy, you just find a place where you will play professional. Well, shouldn't just find a place and a team that will let you play like a lot of minutes and let you show what you can do. Well, then you'll be, you know, whenever the time is, you'll be ready, you know, to get to the next level.
Billy in the academy.
How is everything?
Good, man.
Good, eh?
I was just talking about my kids.
Well, I think Eddie has a big impact on the game, and it's going to be simple to explain. When you see Eddie coming out of his car to go to practice, you look at him and you say, he's different.
Tavares with the rejection!
Eddie Tavares having none of it.
What a block by Eddie Tavares. Oh, what a block by Sergeant Swan.
Finishing the regular season second in the league for both blocks and rebounds. 2-time EuroLeague best defender Eddie Tavares is one of Europe's most imposing centres.
One time when I was 18 years old or something, one coach told me, if you can defend, you can play in any team in the world. So I focus on that first. We have team, the guys that can score from anywhere. So they got too many of them. So it's not too many guys who like to defend. So I have to do that part to help my team to win. So I know I'm super tall, but I'm not gonna be like a normal tall guy. Will like take too long to move, so I don't like that. I like to be fast, to feel like I can move fast to help. One of my goals on the team trying to do the best I can on defense.
We love Eddie. He's so big, he's mobile, he loves to play defense, and he knows how effective he can be for his team.
With Real Madrid facing Maccabi Playtika Tel-Aviv in the playoffs, the 2'20" man from Mayu will be crucial to the 10-time champs' bid for the Final Four.
Eddie was a problem for me for 2 years, you know, so being on this team now, being able to compete with him is really big. So I think it's great to have somebody to push him and have somebody to push me every day to get better.
You know, he's a great guy, great professional. He's a guy that, you know, is really hard to find how to attack him because he's just such a huge guy, you know, under the rim. He was always under the rim, protecting the rim.
A ticket to Belgrade would mean a return to the venue where Real Madrid achieved La Decima in 2018, the historic 10th EuroLeague crown, coming in Tavares' debut season.
I think it was one of my happiest days in my life. So this year the goal is the same, to go to another one and to keep the legacy of the club high. So we're gonna try to do our best. For me, I think it's a blessing to play in, if you're not the best club in the world, one of the best clubs in the world. I think for me and for my team, play the EuroLeague is a dream for every player in Europe. So we are Real Madrid, so we gotta fight for every title.
Željko je najtrofejniji trener u Evropi.
Željko Obradović is probably one of the greatest basketball minds in the world. He has 9 EuroLeague titles, which is more than double than the second coach ever had in the history of EuroLeague.
He can give you everything. Inside the court, you know everything.
There was something inside of the team that, you know, I couldn't describe. We were unstoppable.
Partizan želi da se vrati u EuroLeague. Po jednoj reči, legenda.
It's our time to go claim what we've been chasing and win a championship.
You're working for times like this.
This really is fairy tale stuff.
Anadolu Efes Istanbul fulfilled their championship destiny.
They did a camp with Real Madrid, and yeah, they love
Interesting,
it.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
My brother.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought I would see you here, man.
The Strazelt inside, Antetokounmpo with the throwdown. Two of the youngsters, two of the future prospects for Asvel, showing that the future is now.
Tony Parker is like the role model for me. I remember one thing that he said, when you're telling to somebody what's your dream, if he doesn't answer that you're crazy, it's maybe you don't dream big enough.
Once I decided to buy a team, I wanted to help the youth. I just wanted to give back to my country, give back to the young generation, you know, and create an opportunity for those kids to have a platform just to succeed. And they're ready to attack life and just be happy. That's the main thing that I wanted to accomplish.
You have everything here. You have 3 nice gyms. You can come whenever you want. You can practice. So I feel like it's really an academy made for just to pursue your goals and everything. So there's everything you need, really.
Petrusev wants to go one-on-one against Tavares. He goes up and he gets the and one.
I just think if you're a young guy, you just find a place where you will play professional, but just find a place and a team that will let you play like a lot of minutes and let you show what you can do. Well, then you'll be, you know, whenever the time is, you'll be ready, you know, to get to the next level.
Billy in the academy.
How's everything?
Good, man.
Good.
Good. I was just talking about my kids.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we had a nice little round of features there. Obviously, the feature of Tavares being the headliner there. Yes, Tavares was, as we mentioned earlier, he's in his 5th season at Real Madrid. It's number 2 for PRR, number 4 for 2-pointers made, and he was the MVP of the month in October. Big time player, having a big season. Yeah, man, it's funny, man, just seeing the makeup of that team with Tavares and Poirier. It's dope having, you know, 2 bigs, and I think, you know, Poirier and Tavares are like similar bigs. And I look back to your teams in Maccabi with you and Sofo. You guys were two different types of bigs. How was it? How was it in practice? You know, having like the opposite. I'm sure it was good for you because now you're dealing with the strongest big in the league. But how are those practices?
It wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for me. Let's put it that way. You know what it's like guarding. No one can guard Sofo 1-on-1. So it was a constant battle to just try to front coat Sofo, to try to make him catch it in an area where he wasn't comfortable, man. It was a struggle. But like you said, like I'm battling with Sofo. So now the other EuroLeague guys, they don't have the same strength. The Israeli guys were smaller. So I actually got better just trying to compete with Sofo on a regular basis compared to games. That's why we honestly used to run through those games, just because the competition in practice was that much more intense.
Yeah, nah, I remember Sofo used to come for those pick and rolls, man. It was like an eclipse. I used to be spending all day trying to run around that joint because you ain't running through it. Try to run around Sofo. I can imagine trying to front him. It's like running around the house.
Bro,
man,
listen,
huge, man.
try to front.
He can move too.
Agile and athletic. People didn't know that, man. People did not know that.
Yeah.
Sofo was very agile and athletic. And that's my guy till this day, man. So
yeah, nah, Big Sofo was dope. But we got an update on the Olympiacos Monaco game. As that game has come to a close. Olympiacos has won game one, 71-54. Princesses led the way with 12 points. They got it done by committee, man. And I think that's what Olympiacos does, man. They had a number of players in double figures. Nobody scored more than 10 points, but a couple other guys in 10 and 11 and things of that nature. Whereas on the other side, Monaco only had 2 players in double figures, Mike James and Dante Hall. So back to the drawing board. They got another game in Athens before heading back over to the French side. So yeah, that game has concluded. But yeah, man, Olympiacos fans then came over here in the comments, man. They dropping that red and white, man. They letting us know. That's how I knew they won. I didn't even have to check. Didn't even have to check the scores, man, because they pulled up to the Watchalong. So I figured that they won, man.
oh, nah, for sure. For sure. If they do what they need to do, man, Olympiacos is gonna take care of that series.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another historic club that hasn't been to the Final Four and the playoffs in a bit. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get back to the Final Four, man. Especially it'll be kind of awkward, man. No Kill Bill there, you know what I mean? But you know they'll be able to get back, man. It'll be a new look Olympiacos, man, in the Final Four.
It will. That's another team that's respected wherever they go.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And before the second half gets started, man, we gotta let's check in on the best scores of this game so far. Fabian Couture, 13 points, 2 rebounds, and then Scotty Wilbekin has 12 points. Man, I've been saying this all season. Fabian is Mr. Efficient. Like he's gonna get you 15 points on like 4 shots. Like super efficient, man. Makes open jump shots. Doesn't need a whole lot of dribbles. Man, I love his game, man.
Felipe Reyes, man.
Felipe, EuroLeague legend. What memories you got of Felipe, man?
I hate it. I hated playing against Felipe. Hey, he had the respects of the refs so much. It was crazy, man. And he wasn't, even in his heyday, he wasn't this athletic dude, but he was just rebound based off positioning and timing. And he could do no wrong going for them rebounds. So I always used to get annoyed competing against him just because I knew, like, he knew the refs by, like, first name and good relations. I hated it.
Right.
But he was a very good player on a very good team, man. So nothing but respect to him. But 1-on-1 personally, I used to be like, oh, come on.
He used to be that. I mean, there's always that one player, man, you hate playing against for different reasons. Sometimes it's physical ability. Sometimes it's like, you know, it seems like the refs are giving him the calls. Like, nah, I definitely feel you on that, man. It was
Nah, and it was him. It was him. He was leading. He was doing all this rebounding, and he wasn't even athletic. So you knew it was a lot of grabbing, a lot of pushing that wouldn't get called, and I just used to get annoyed. I'm over here trying to outrun and outjump him, and he just boxing me out every time.
Who would you say is the toughest player that you face? Like somebody that just like never stopped, run through a brick wall. Who would you say that type of player is that you can remember?
Hold on, I got Kyle Hines. Kyle Hines still is, man. He's just he's a master of what he does. Like, he knows his game so well. You got to worry about him off the glass. He had that ability to rebound it and push it. Even though he didn't do it well, he was a capable ball handler for that position, man. And you don't play at that size and be dominant defensively unless you have that type of motor. And because he was smaller, he was shorter for the position, his base and his arms, like, he'd just get into your legs. So it was hard to push him, move him out of position because his base is that strong. So definitely Kyle. And he had that good team. He was out there with Bill and all of these other good players. So definitely Kyle Hines.
Nah, for sure, man. And in the other game, they honored EuroLeague legend Spanoulis, and obviously you played with and against Spanoulis. What was it like? Okay, so what was one thing that, like, okay, maybe you thought about some Spanoulis playing against him, but you didn't realize playing with him?
Honestly, he is who he is. Like, there's nothing that shocked me playing against him, and now we're in the locker room and practicing together. That was different. Like, he is exactly who you see. Like, practice time, he's competing, he's talking. The same thing you see in the game. Nothing switched up. The only thing different is you have more conversation with him at practice, and he's smiling a little more before. It was no smiling during the games. So outside of that, he is exactly who he is.
Right. Yeah, he was a heck of a player, man. He's also one of my favorite Euro guards to watch. He was super tough back in the day, man. Super clutch
and tough,
performances.
Man.
Yeah.
He's so people are like, you see all those results, man, but he's one of the toughest guys that you don't get that type of success not playing through injuries and giving it everything. Oh,
okay. D Will, he went and got that, or D Will just missed that?
I got to see the replay for that one.
Yeah, I got to see the replay on that one.
I got to
D Will look like complaining for a foul there. Look like he's looking for a foul. We got to score 49-41.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, we got an 8-point game with 7 minutes left. When you came into EuroLeague, who was your vet that kind of, like, you know, kind of guided you and kind of showed you how to survive, how to stick, or was there anybody that was real influential, you know, for you in your when you first got to EuroLeague? Oh yeah, he just missed that.
Yeah, he just missed it. It would honestly have to be someone that was just on the team. So my first year in EuroLeague, they had all the lockout and stuff. So we had guys like we had a lot of guys that we had, like Jordan Farmer was with us for half the year, and he was like he was devastated because we really had a good team that year, and then he had to go back to the NBA, of course. But we had Papaloukas, another great Greek guard that was there that won everything prior to coming to Maccabi. We had guys like Devin Smith, even though he's my age, but he's played on the EuroLeague level. Yeah, he's someone that, you know, he led by example. So definitely guys like him. I'm trying to think of the other guys. Like we had David Blue, veteran guys you know, Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Guys that I was able to have solid conversation with and able to build. And, you know, these are leaders, so they always did the right things and said the right thing. So it's good to be a first-year EuroLeague player on that staff. I mean, on that team.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you played with Ante Zicic's older brother, Andrea. What similarities do you see in their two games?
None. Hey, Ante is so big, man. You gotta understand. I played with Z. When I played with his brother, it was on the back end of his career. Like, he retired after that year. So Ante is young. He runs like this all day. Both of them have great hands. Both of them have great hands, great size, high IQ guys. But in terms of when you watch the film, Ante is just so more agile and quick on his feet. Ante had a nicer touch stepping away from the rim, where Z is very paint dominant.
Right.
But it's good to see him have this success, because that year he was just a young boy that would come to the games and come visit his brother. You know, so it's good to see. It's good to see him wear that yellow and having success.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. That's super dope, man. And even getting back to you, you know, and just your growth. What was like? How did you see your game grow from when you first came to Europe, like towards the end? Like, what were some of the major things that you learned from playing EuroLeague and whatnot?
Man, just the physicality aspect of it, man. Just being able to maximize your role, understanding that our team was so talented. We had so much talent that I said, yo, just do what you do well and maximize that. Whether that's rebounding, because with a team, with my first year in EuroLeague, they're not calling plays for you. So you got to find a way to be effective. So for me, that was on the glass. That was shot blocking. That was, you know, just being a solid dude off the court, working on my game for those opportunities. So just continue to pick off of, you know, pick the brains of like Devin, Sofo, guys that played on this level for years, and just put all of that knowledge into my game, man. I was really in the gym all the time, just waiting for that opportunity, because we played in 3 leagues my first EuroLeague year. So we would play on a we'd leave on a Thursday we'll play EuroLeague Thursday, then we go to the Adriatic and play like Sabona, and then come back to Israel and play on Sunday or Monday. So we played in 3 different leagues a week, like until like March. So just taking care of your body and being ready. That was the biggest thing for me that first year.
Nah, I can imagine, man. It's a lot of travel, man. And just to tap back in real quick, we got 5 minutes, 40 seconds left. Real Madrid is up 51-44. Maccabi trying to close in, man. Scotty's been playing well, though. Scotty got 18 points. He's been able to get it going from 3. We just got to get him some more attempts here. But we got a hot zone graphic for both teams to show where the majority of these shots are coming from on both sides. And we're back in play with Real Madrid, looking to extend their lead. And Maccabi, that's a nice pass. Nigel opening the corner, man. Real Madrid is executing today, man. They're doing well. They got a 10-point lead, 54-44. That was one of my things I kind of disliked about Real Madrid during the season, and I just felt like they weren't getting to the paint enough. You know what I mean? And looks like they're definitely starting to spread the ball a little bit, especially in this game. As Fabian was able to find Nigel in the corner. But Maccabi's back. Maccabi comes back with another bucket. 46-54. As Jalen Reynolds scores on a cut to the basket. And Real Madrid trying to answer here. Yabusele shoots a 3-ball, knocks it down. So Yabusele knocks down the 3-ball. We have a score of 57-46. Real Madrid is up 11, and Maccabi gonna have to score Maccabi gonna have to score a bucket here, as we got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Maccabi just hit a putback. 48-57, 9-point lead, and we got an offensive foul on Yabusele. Looked like he just elbowed Derek Williams. He ain't even arguing that one. He just had him back. But let's see what Maccabi can do on the way out. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Shawn will be logging back in here in a second, but I'll just keep you guys caught up with the action. For those of you that aren't watching, if you guys want to watch this game or any other EuroLeague game, you guys can head over to EuroLeague.tv. That is EuroLeague.tv, and you can sign up. We got 10% off because we like to give discounts on things with the promo code Watchalong10. That's Watchalong and the number 10, but that excludes those of you that are living in Italy and Spain. If you guys want, please leave questions, comments in the comments section. I'll be checking them out from time to time if you have any questions for myself or for Shawn, and we'll get to it as the game continues to move forward. And once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties as we get set back up here. Are you good, Shawn?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Looks
good.
like
You guys can hear me?
Okay, we back. Yep, yes, sir.
Okay.
We can.
Okay, great.
They've been going back and forth, man. Yabusele hitting the tray
they
ball,
have.
man. I mean, Yabusele low-key a cheat code, man. I mean, he got a motor. He can stretch you and shoot it. He can put it on the floor. Strong.
He's big.
I like Yabusele, man. Yeah. Nah, he's tough, man. He's a tough cover. I really like him for that team. And I think, too, especially like coming to a historic team like a Real Madrid, I mean, sometimes it's hard to transition, a team that has a core and all those other things. But, he's been able to transition kind of seamlessly this season, man. He's been playing good since the very beginning of the season.
And that has a lot to do with his versatility, man. You could play him in a lot of different positions.
Right. Yeah, I could definitely see that, man. And look like they're gonna try and it's funny, man. They haven't really gone into the block to Tavares much this game. Like you would think
that's
they
what we
would.
were saying early on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You would think they'd be trying to like pound it in because they got some advantages down there. But Maccabi's scrapping though. They ain't giving up nothing.
Nah, they gonna do that, man. But they gotta close this window. They got good. You see, get on the glass. They gotta close this window going into the fourth.
Yeah, for sure, man. And they've been able to hang around, man. Every time it seems like Madrid makes a push, like Maccabi's able to get an offensive rebound put back like they just had, and they just gotta string together a couple stops. And once they get a couple stops, they'll be all right, man. But yeah, let's check in on Nigel Williams-Goss' progress this game, man. He's been playing really well, and we talked about him at the beginning of the show, man. 7.7 ribouns. 7.7 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal with a 17 PIR. I said at the top of the show, man, he's gonna be an X factor, I think, in this entire series. Deep trade ball. He missed it. You gotta get out and run. There you go. Reynolds been hooping today, man.
He and they're just playing like a pit bull.
Yeah. Nah, you need that though. You need that at playoff time.
You do.
You need that. You need those energy guys, man, for sure, especially on the road, man. And we got just a 5-point game, 57-52, right under 3 minutes left, man. This is where they can start making a little bit of a run here.
Absolutely.
They can make a little push.
Absolutely.
They can make a little push,
Keep
man.
that momentum for the fourth.
Yeah, no doubt. They gotta they just gotta keep this energy up, but you know, Sergio be looking different in that fourth quarter. He be quiet. He be quiet till that fourth quarter comes.
Hey, he saved up all the energy for one quarter.
Man, what? Man, I swear I forgot what game we had on the Watchalong, but Sergio was quiet till the fourth quarter. Overtime came. Ooh, y'all was selling. It's a tray ball. Yeah, Sergio lived for the fourth quarter in overtime. Real Madrid up 60-52.
Hey, how old is Sergio, man?
Yo, that's a good question. We're gonna have, let me fact check this real quick. Sergio,
he gotta be like 37.
He gotta be up there.
He gotta be like 36.
He's 34. He's 34.
What?
He's 34. He's born in 87.
Because he's been playing. Because he's been playing on that level for so long, you just think he's older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You have no idea. That's crazy. I thought he was older too, honestly. I thought he was like Rudy's age.
I did too.
I didn't know he was just 34. Jalen Reynolds hooping right now. Reynolds is another jumper. We got 60-54, but under 2 minutes left. Jalen Reynolds got 8 points.
You gotta make that man uncomfortable, man.
Man, Fabian hits another tray ball, man. I swear, like every time Real, it looks like Maccabi's about to make that run. Real just
good cut.
Hits a bucket out of nowhere. Looks Derek Williams try to cut back door. It looks like they knocked it out of bounds. But yeah, Maccabi's just right there. They down 9 right now, but every time they make a run, it seems like Real just hits a jumper, man. It's crazy. Fabian's so tough, man.
He is. He's so crafty. He's so.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Oh, Fabian been playing for a minute too. Let me see.
I know, that's why I asked.
Man, Fabian 34.
He older. He 34 too.
Yeah. 34 to new 24. 34 to new 24 out there. Man, that's kind of crazy. I wonder if Real Madrid might have the oldest team in the league. Think about it.
It got them or Barca.
By
it's
far.
like those teams are the teams that like they recycle. You could also look at like Armani, teams like that has like.
Yeah, got a lot of vets and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, Fabian's hooping. Little lefty scoop. 65-54. Real Madrid up 11. What they call? They call it offensive? Oh, I didn't see that. They got an offensive on that pick and roll as Jalen Reynolds was rolling down court. Okay. Man, he came sprinting over there. It is a tough call. He came running from way on the other side, but it might have been some home cooking, but hey, we can't judge that here. So 65-54.
Yeah.
Minute 12 left. Minute 12 left in the third quarter.
Maccabi got to get some easy baskets here, man. They're working for every shot.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely do, man. And, I think that they gotta get some action off this pick and roll, man. And that's where it helps to have, that lob threat or, somebody to be a threat off that roll, man. It opens up so much, or even off a pick and pop. But Maccabi's definitely got to get some easier baskets to try and carve into this lead. But 65, 64, good D. There we go. Got a rebound. Go on and push it. Got 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left in the third. Man, spacing is so key. Even on like pick and rolls and stuff like that, man.
Oh,
man, Poirier with that block. My goodness.
He came from far for that too.
Nah, he did.
You gotta grab that.
Oh man, Madrid got bigs for days now. They got bigs for days. He came running for that one, boy. That's a nice block.
Yeah, you did.
See, Madrid got big, strong, mobile bigs, which is
he had. They're not
definitely
using
hard to
him how
find.
they use him when he played for Caja.
Yeah. What differences do you see in how they're using him now?
He's strictly just a screen and roller.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting no paint touches, no post touches. He's just getting it from like the dunker spots, penetrating dish type of deal.
Right.
He was high usage in Caja.
I don't think I don't think Real's really posting any of their bigs. At least this game they haven't. You know, they haven't really punched it into their bigs at all. Offensive. There we go. All right, got 8 seconds left, 65-56. Let's see if Maccabi can hit this last bucket before the end of the third quarter here. As we got an offensive foul on Poirier, running down on the roll on Calario. So let's see if Maccabi can get a quick bucket here. 8.6 seconds. Jeff Taylor. This is his first time getting in the game?
Nah, he's been in a few times.
Oh, he's been in a few times? He's been quiet.
Yeah.
I'm about to say. Nah, he's another one that accepted his role, man. Oh, no call? No call. That's the end of the third quarter. 65.
You got to get a shot there, though, man. You got to get a shot.
Nah, for sure, man. But that's the end of the third quarter. And before we head into the fourth, I'd like to bring your attention to the EuroLeague Bracket Challenge. It is on and popping. Make your predictions about who will make it to the Final Four. As you can see with this graphic here, there's a chance to grab some amazing prizes such as game tickets and more. If you participate, please visit bracket.euroleague.net and let us know who y'all think will make it to the Final Four, man. We already gave you our predictions here on this side, but we like to hear from y'all. And if you guys want to watch this game, you can watch EuroLeague TV with 10% off your first payment on a monthly or annual pass. We have a promo code Watchalong10. That's Watchalong and the number 10, but that excludes those of you that live in Italy and Spain as we get ready to head into the fourth quarter. But yeah, man. So now, you're a scout for the Utah Jazz. How have your experiences playing overseas helped you in regards to scouting? What are the similarities like? Do you feel like the same way you used to prepare or analyze players game to game is what you use to analyze players now?
Absolutely. Because one thing with scouting, you go off the eye test and you go off of instincts as well. But now in this area, now I might see something or think I saw something, and you can actually go to the tape or go to the numbers to support what you think you saw. That's the only difference. But at the end of the day, even us watching this game right now, we're evaluating talent, we're analyzing, breaking down guys' games. So it's the same thing, but now I have a platform to where I could go see the numbers and see how they've been doing and following their progress. That's the only difference.
Right. Yeah, no, it's interesting, man, and especially like even watching these games. I mean, you've seen so many of these guys like over the years, man, and I'm pretty sure you got a lot of you got the complete picture of a lot of these players, man. having played against them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he shot that joint from deep. Man,
That's
Rudy
what I'm
hitting a
saying,
big
man. You
tray
can't
ball.
get these guys. You can't get these shooters comfortable, man.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you, man. It's 68-56. Real Madrid is up after that big shot from Rudy Fernandez, man. Who's have you seen a young player in EuroLeague that you've been impressed with this year?
Ooh, man, it's a lot of quality young guys, man. But the unicorn is the guy Victor from Villabon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
someone that I like to. That's someone I would like to get over there to see.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Right.
honestly, all of those guys at the Adidas Next Generation. You know, I haven't touched Europe since the pandemic. So a lot of those guys, I just need to get there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was definitely offensive.
Yeah, right to the back
Call
of the head.
Yabusele for that offensive. Yeah, call Yabusele for an
A
offensive
lot of
foul
those,
there. I don't know if they.
a lot of these guys, I just got to get over there to see, especially the young guys, to get more familiar with them.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. And it's Angelo Calario, man. Hits a tray ball 68-61. Angelo's been there for a little minute too
7-point
now,
game.
man.
He
Yeah,
has, man. He
68-60.
has.
Yeah, I like Angelo's game, man. He plays hard, knows his role. I mean, I feel like that's just so key. Is to get looks like a travel there. But I mean, that's just so key on any team, man. Just finding out where you fit in the team's success, and then just buying into it. I think
Absolutely.
that makes or breaks your experience with a team. How much you buy into it.
Exactly.
That's the tough part, man. But I mean, just looking at the stats here, Fabian Kosur has 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He's playing well on he's doing a lot of the lifting on the Real side and on the Maccabi side. Scotty Wilbekin's he's one of 2 players in double figures outside of Jalen Reynolds, but Scotty has 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. So
I feel like it's a quiet 18 too.
Yeah, I mean he had a lot early, man. You remember he had 10 like kind of quick. Remember he hit them first 2 3-pointers and got to the line.
Yep.
Scotty had that quick 10, man, and I think he sat a lot in the second quarter. I'm not sure if it was foul trouble or whatnot, but yeah, no, it's definitely been a little quiet 18. But yeah, Maccabi's not getting any easy shots right now, man. 7:40 left in this game.
Especially when you're throwing it up like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Real's trying to slow it down and play the switches now. Trying to target the post a little more. They trying to slow it down, but yeah, Scotty got to try and keep take over right now. They need him to put pressure. They need him to put pressure on the defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially on the road. You got to put some pressure on the defense.
With all the Real Madrid runs, man, it still could potentially be a 5-point game with 7 minutes left. I'll take that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, you right there. 7-point game, 7:15 left. Scotty at the free throw line, he knocks this down. It's a 2-possession game, just like that. That's what I think. Like, I don't think this has been a good game for Maccabi, man. And I feel like they're right there on the road. They're literally a couple shots away from taking this lead.
Yeah. Yep.
They just got to find a way to get stops.
Worried. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. Just gotta stay solid on defense.
Yeah,
Gotta stay
5-point
solid
game,
on defense.
7:15 left.
Yeah, man. If I was Maccabi, man, I'd probably make a motion to get I'd probably try and get Derek and Jalen back in there, pretty soon here, man. They were bringing a lot of energy, at least on the defensive side, especially Jalen.
I think they're noticing that Real isn't like putting emphasis on going to Tavares on the block, so that's why they go with this 4-guard lineup.
Right,
and then you got a
That's
5
a big
in there.
shot.
That's tough. That's
a big shot. Rudy hits another 3, man. I swear, every time they get close, man, Madrid answers. They answer 71-63. He finds Angelo. Can't knock it down. That's a good rebound. Yo, so I wanted to ask, like, what kind of recovery do they have, or do you remember that they have, at least back in your day, on the road for these playoff games? Because I mean, with the intensity of playoff games and trying to bounce back on the road, like what kind of recovery did you guys have on the road during the playoffs?
Man, strictly Normatec, game ready. I've had a game ready forever, so that's it. And get you a deep tissue massage every now and then, but that was it. Get in that cold tub, man. Get on that game ready, and that's it. Keep it moving.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. And that's kind of the advantage of having home court, man. You got access to all the recovery tools that you need. As Yabusele hits another 3-ball, man. 74-63. He's back up to 11 points with 6 minutes left. Real just goes on these quick runs, man, just like within a minute. It's like 2 threes, 3 threes, and it just changes the scope of the game so quick.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's good help, Rudy. Rudy digging in on the help with the steal on Wilbekin. See that again. That's scouting. That's scouting and understanding your opponent, man. Everybody knows Scotty love that double cross. He love that double cross going right.
And that's the thing. Real is getting shots based off of just swinging the ball and taking what the defense get them. Where, we got 4 guys spread out and Scotty trying to, create something off the bounce 1-and-1. It's a lot harder that way than the way Real is going at it right now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's where, you gotta get something else going. And that's why I think that, having Jalen Reynolds in the game, is key because, he rolls fast. You know what I'm saying? He's somebody that the defense has to respect on the road here. And, that'll help you kind of get a little more space and a little more movement on offense. But, I mean, just playing that one-on-one ball in the playoffs right now, it's not gonna get it done on the road.
It's tough. Not on the road, man. You better find a way to get to it.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. They're gonna have to settle them down and draw it up. There's still a little time left, man. It's only 11-point game. It looks like we got a comment from Darshan. He says no chance for Maccabi. Madrid takes it straight. Still early. We still got some time left. We'll see. It's a valid point, but still got some time left.
If Maccabi sticks with this format where everybody's just trying to create for themselves, it ain't gonna happen. It won't happen.
Yeah.
They got to get more ball movement. They got to get more shots just off of the offense, not necessarily one guy trying to facilitate that.
Yeah.
They need to string up a few stops in a row here.
For sure. Like
I'm about to say
they're playing with some energy. Rudy hit that. Rudy hit that, man. We got 5 minutes left, man. Maccabi See, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a stickler for spacing, but I hate, and Maccabi's done this a couple of times. They're running that pick and roll a little too high on the floor, like in transition. And I feel like there's no space. You can't turn the corner because the other guy's filling the lane on the other side. Like, you got to get that first screen more on the sideline, so you have a little more space going middle. But Keenan Evans kind of ran it a little too close to the top. And, as he hits that bucket there. But, one thing I noticed on these watch-alongs is, like, usually the teams with, like, better spacing, the offense just runs a little smoother. You know what I'm saying? It's so key.
You need that. You need that, especially with elite rollers and three-point shooters. You need that spacing.
For sure. Nah, it makes everybody a better player. But we got a YouTube comment, and he says, "Hello guys, what do you believe about Olympiacos?"
Hey, I think that's a team with the makeup that could go far. And then you get out this first round here, and then it's a winner-take-all format, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. Like, everyone, once they get to the four, everyone has favorites. But for one game, anybody could beat anybody. And Olympiacos is in that contention as well.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. I think Olympiacos definitely has a chance, man. So I actually got them going to the Final Four. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there, man. And it's funny, man. We had Tyrese Rice on the show like earlier this season, and he was talking about that one game format, about just winning one game and whatnot. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. As we apologize for the technical difficulties again. Shawn will be back here in a second, but we got a score 74-67. Real Madrid is up against Maccabi. We got 4 minutes and I think 40 seconds left. So let's see, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left as James Nunnally just got fouled. Let's see, but it's Real Madrid's ball. Let's see. Oh, another offensive foul on Yabusele, man. Yabusele, there's got to be about 4 or 5 fouls on Yabusele. How many fouls he got, man? Let me check this out. Yabusele gets called for another offensive foul, man. He's got, man, how many fouls does he have? He has, Yabusele. He has 4 fouls. He has 4 fouls right now. So we got 4.5 left. Yabusele with 4 fouls, 7-point game. Maccabi is down. See if they can get a bucket. Really think Maccabi should switch up this lineup. Ooh! Big dunk by Sorkin. My goodness. He put it over the top of their head. 5-point game. Sorkin with the dunk. 5-point game. We got 4 minutes left. Let's see if they can get some stops here. Let's see if they can get some stops. Seems like every time Maccabi's in this position where they're within 5 points, it seems like Real Madrid just hits a 3-ball or just goes on a run. We've seen it in the first quarter, we've seen it in the first half, but hopefully Maccabi gets a stop, man, so we can make it interesting. But everybody back home, if you got any questions, comments, or anything, please leave them in the comments section, and we'll definitely get to it as we can. We have a score. We got a close game, a 5-point game here. It's very tight. Not sure if you guys we're at a timeout right now, but not sure if you guys caught the previous game earlier. But Olympiacos has defeated Monaco in the other game that was on tonight. They defeated Monaco 71-54 at home. Olympiacos did. So it was it's a collective effort on Olympiacos' part. But we're going to see who's going to win game one over here, 74-69. And if you guys weren't paying attention last night, Efes blew out Milan and Barcelona beat Bayern Munich. And so we're going to see who's going to take game one of this game over here. As Maccabi starting to show some life, man. They're only down 5. So let's see if they can put this run on, man. This is where Madrid just steadily keeps knocking down buckets, man. So hopefully Maccabi gets this stop, man. They learn their lesson, man. But
It is.
here we are with 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Let's see. Ooh, tossing that out. Okay, trade ball. Nope. All right, there goes your stop. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. There goes your stop. Just got to get this bucket here.
Hey, and these areas of the game, man, that's when your fans just gotta be going crazy, man.
Oh,
They gotta,
yeah. That's when they turn up for you, right?
You need that push. Yeah.
Turn up for you.
You need that.
Man. If you look at that last shot, Tavares just being there changed that shot. He did not want to shoot that underhand, whatever he just threw up right there. He changed that shot. That's a good pull-up, Nigel. You missed it, but that was a good shot. We got 3 minutes left, 3:15 left, 5-point game. See if Maccabi can get a nice bucket.
Oh, again, you see Tavares, that impact, man.
Tavares. Oh, Hangers out for the run out. You got the dunk.
I thought that was a foul.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they stopped playing. I couldn't hear, but 76-60. Okay, that's a good pass. Good pass, Angelo. 76-61. We got a 5-point game. 2 minutes and 45 left here. Man, I'm surprised that Maccabi sticking with this lineup, this big lineup that they got with Sarkin and I was surprised. I thought they would have switched it up, but they playing well, so ride with it. Oh, good hands. Deflection. Maccabi got the steal. Come on, man.
Oh, you got
2 minutes and 20 seconds left.
You gotta shoot that.
Come on. Man, they're getting sloppy with the ball. And super sloppy with the ball. Not getting back.
You gotta shoot that. You gotta shoot that.
Oh, 78-71. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Looks like we got a timeout here. Oh man, see Maccabi, man, they just gotta be solid. If you solid, it's a different story. Gotta be solid in those moments, man. Dang. That's tough. 78-71. Oh, it looks like Rudy might have hurt his wrist. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Let's see what they talking about here. Oh, they called a foul on that layup from Nigel. Timeout.
So?
What are they calling here? I'm not sure what they're talking about. They discussing something over here. So Rudy's still nursing that wrist. I didn't even see where Rudy hurt it, but okay. Looks like we got a timeout.
It was on the loose ball when they dove for it.
Oh, right. Yeah, on the loose ball. 78-71. See, Maccabi got to take care of that ball, man. Especially on the road, man. Late game, definitely got to take care of that ball. It's like if you take good shots, if you just at least get a shot up, you know what I mean? It's a different story, but we'll see what they can do here, man. What do you think? So, how do you think like EuroLeague has changed from back when you most recently played to now? Do you see any differences, or you think it's pretty much the same in regards to style of play?
The same.
Yeah.
You know what? No. You know what? I take that back. I think it's always been guard and forward and perimeter oriented. In each era, you've had those style of players that have success, but a guy like Tavares would have touched the ball a lot more when I played than he is now.
Right.
You know, I think everyone is feeling that pressure that, oh, if throwing it inside to these bigs is slowing up the style of game, so these guys aren't getting touches as much. Whereas, you know, we got Sofa, you got Mike Batiste, you got these guys that had this pain present, and they touched the ball. They touched the ball. You threw it in there. I haven't seen one cross screen yet to get Tavares or someone the ball on whatever side they prefer. And man, I was battling screens my whole career, cross screens. So to go a whole game and you have someone like that and you didn't see it once, it just shows how the game is. In that aspect, it's a little different. It's different.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see that, man. And for those of y'all back home, Real Madrid is up 80-71. That's a nice ball fake. Oh my gosh, he almost made that. Got a minute 42 left. Looks like Real's putting the finishing touches on this game here. As Maccabi looks a little flustered. We got a minute and a half left. And Maccabi threw it away. They threw it away, and Pablo calls a timeout. 82-71. We got an 11-point game with a minute and 29 left. Man, it looks like this one might be a little out of reach for Maccabi, but you know, it's game one. You still think they got a chance for the series?
They got to grab one, man, because the atmosphere in Real, you just got to clean up the turnovers, man. You know, take the open shots when it's there. Try to score within the offense more so than just one-on-one. And they got a shot. You know, they had up and downs throughout the game. So based on how they finish out these minute and a half, I don't think it'll be a true reflection of just how close the game was in certain areas.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, you know, Madrid did a great job this game, you know, responding. You know, every time Maccabi made a run, they went on their own run at the right time. They never really let Maccabi just get right there where it was just like a 1-point game or whatever it was. You know, they responded at the right time, which doesn't always happen, but, you know, they were able to get it done here today. So, well, yeah, man, we just got a YouTube comment that says, Shawn, come back to Maccabi. We love you, bro. They want you to suit it back up, man. They want you to suit back up, man. Go. We know you still got them young legs.
Hey, listen, I probably could get you 15 minutes tops, and that's once a week. Okay. I need to rehab the whole 6 days after that.
15 minutes, no practice. That's including games and practice.
Hey,
take it where you want it.
15 minutes, you decide how you want it.
Man, Tavares tips that last shot in. It looks like this one might be over. 84-71. We got 1 minute left. Yeah, this game looks like it's about out of reach. So let's go check out the box scores and see. I mean, I think it's pretty much set in stone. Fabian Kosur is probably the MVP of this game. I mean, he 20 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, only 1 turnover, 21 PIR. Man, he's had a heck of a game. Fabian's had a heck of a game. He definitely stepped up. He definitely stepped up, man. So I think he definitely be the MVP of this game, man. He's hooped, man. I've been a fan of his game.
Some timely shots for them.
Oh, for sure, man. But yeah, man. I think this game is still a positive for Maccabi, man. Because you know, as I've been saying, I don't think they played great, and they was right there. You know, like you said, it's the final score is not going to be indicative of how close this game was. So, you know.
And another thing, man, we tapped on it early. You get Madrid that's putting up 85, 90 points, man. It's going to be tough. You got to keep Madrid around, you know, anywhere similar to us, anywhere from 73, 70, 7 points a game, you got you a legit
Yeah.
shot. They get up to the 80s, close to the 90s, man, it's going to be hard to beat them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, especially on the road, man, because now you got to put up that many points on the road, which is a tall order.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a tall order, man, to produce that many points on the road. That's tough.
What's the playoff format?
So it's the best of 5. It's the best of 5 in all of these series for this first round, and then they all on to the Final Four.
Okay.
Or the best of 3. I'm sorry. First of 3 wins.
Oh,
first of 3 wins. Best of 5. Best of 5. First of 3 wins.
Yeah,
Best of 5. So they go 2-2-1.
2-2-1.
Yeah, 2-2-1.
Yeah.
2-2-1.
My fans, they disappointed, man. I feel their pain.
Yeah,
Maccabi fans
we
wear
back
their
at it though.
disappointment on their sleeve, boy.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we got another comment. Shawn, you and Sofo was the best centers for Maccabi all time. And then somebody else said, "Big Sofo!" Exclamation! A lot of Sofo fans coming up in here too.
Oh, hey, he was the biggest. He was as dominant as he was, man. At the same time, he was like a teddy bear, man. And people didn't know that about him. Probably the most jokingest dude you'll ever be around. But on the court, oh my gosh, he's a beast.
Nah, he was a monster, man. And that is that's the end of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a score 84-74. Real Madrid takes game 1 in Madrid. But it's not over yet. So we appreciate all of you guys staying with us, man. Shawn, I appreciate you pulling up to the Watchalong, man. It's been a pleasure, man. Thanks for sharing your insight, your stories, and everything, and taking time out your day, man, to pull up with us, man. We appreciate it.
No, good brother. I appreciate y'all having me, man. This was good. I can't tell the last time I just sat down and watched a whole Maccabi game and give my feedback like this, man. So this was good for me to do. And, continue success to EuroLeague and everything you guys are trying to do.
Nah, I appreciate that. And everybody back home, if you guys want to catch this game, or if you want to catch this episode on demand, you can do so on EuroLeague's YouTube channel. We have please go like and subscribe to all the EuroLeague social channels, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that other stuff. We'll be back on Friday for playoff round 2 game between Olympiacos and Monaco. We got Bo McCaleb, the legend, pulling up. Tune in at 5:50 Central Eastern European time. That's it for this week's show. And everybody stay safe, and we'll catch y'all on Friday, and we out.
Yes, sir.